Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Forge Your Life podcast. Here with your host today, Richard Fu from richardfu.com. And today, guys, I have one of the top internet marketers, the top online marketers that's not just recognized by himself or whatever he writes on his website. He's been recognized by many, many other huge companies, and especially even the United States president. He was named as one of the top 100 entrepreneurs under 30. He is also not recognized as a top 100 entrepreneur under 35 by the United Nations, as well as receiving awards from the United States House of Representatives. He's helped multiple huge multinational corporations with their online marketing that include Google, NBC, Amazon, GM, and the list goes on. And he's created multiple mega millions through founding many companies as well. He is Neil Patel. If you haven't heard of him, then I am sorry, but we are having a superstar here on the show because I'm excited. So guys, without further ado, please welcome Neil to the show. Neil, good to have you on, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Right. So Neil, I mean, if for the people who have been living under a rock and haven't heard about you and your work, could you share a bit more about your story and how you got to where you're at now, helping people really master the online marketing space?
Yeah, sure. So I started my own website when I was 16, couldn't get any traffic, paid a marketing firm, got ripped off for being broke and frustrated. I eventually learned it on my own, got pretty good at it, and I started from there, and I started blogging on sites like quicksprout.com, I blog on neilpatel.com, and I just teach people about marketing now.
Oh man, that's huge, man. And I know that's like the fast forward version of that too. And so let's break it down here, Neil. I mean, at 16, how did you even have the money to hire a PR firm? And I'd like to understand, what did that firm teach you? What was the biggest lessons you brought out of that situation, man?
Sure, yeah. The first firm I hired mainly focused on SEO, and they really just didn't do anything. And I didn't learn much from them other than I just got ripped off. So I had to read online, talk to people, go to conferences to figure it out.
Yeah. Huge, man. And then from there, I mean, you obviously decide that it's time that you learned it for yourself because I guess you paid someone else big money to not produce anything. And you've been doing this for a long time now. I've known your name around this space for a long time. So talk us through this. I mean, it's ever evolving, and, of the whole evolution of digital marketing, which space do you love to play in the most?
Yeah, so for me, I love playing in the SEO, content marketing, social media marketing space the most, I would say. Those are the three realms.
Nice. And so if there are tips for those spaces of digital marketing, what do you think would be the first few things you recommend for someone who wants to master SEO or master the content delivery side of things?
There's not really specific tips to mastering other than one thing, and it's not really a tip. It's learn by doing. Go create your own website and see what happens. Everyone tries to master SEO or content marketing by reading. It's not going to teach you enough. The only way you're going to really master something is by doing it on your own site. So go throw up a site. It could be a WordPress blog and just practice and see what happens.
Nice, man. And from there, so then that's where you started. And then how did people actually figure out about you? How did Google, NBC, and all these huge corporations end up finding that, hey, we need someone like Neil Patel in the company to come help us because we're sucking online?
Well, I don't know if they suck online, but
yeah.
They can fine tune more so. The way they ended up finding me was either through conferences, but more so it was just showing results, case studies, showcases. So think of the Harvard Business Review. If you build up a portfolio of case studies, it's easy to get these big companies because all they're looking for is results.
Right. Gotcha. And then you were just not showcasing, I think, your own studies, but I'm guessing you were helping other people way before that as well, weren't you, mate?
That's correct, yes. Smaller companies, and then smaller ones became medium-sized ones. Medium ones eventually became large ones.
Right. Nice. And so I saw on your website, you recently put up this new, giveaway, and it's talking about how you can get, without spending $1 on ads at all, you can get, I forget, is it you had 900 impressions, 900,000 or something like that? Talk us through that exercise that you did, man. It sounds like an experiment more so than anything.
Wait, which one?
The one on your website that I saw, which one was it? I'm trying to pull it up here now, right? let me pull it up here. Sorry, mate. It's
That's
the,
okay.
you generate 195,000 visitors, right, in a month without spending $1 on ads, right?
Oh yeah, so it's a webinar. So I break you down like a lot of the tactics that I've used in the past that work on my side and still work today.
Right. Gotcha. And so from here, man, I mean, like, we know that Google's always changing the SEO, right? SEO patterns. And does that frustrate you sometimes, man, when you like nailed it and then they change it up and then you're like, I gotta change it up again and refigure it out.
Yep. Yeah, it's frustrating, but what could you end up doing, right? So I don't think you'll have to worry about too much of what Google's doing if you're focusing on the long game. So writing good content, providing value, going above and beyond, right? Just having really good stuff makes it where you don't have to worry.
Gotcha. Good tip, man. Good tip. And I want to ask you this, Neil, because I know you have a huge following, and if you're writing good content, this is a figure that I play with in my head. Is that I think there's a 90-10 rule, and I want to check this with you. Is that if you're writing content, it's like 90% of the people will read it, will watch it, will listen to it, just like this podcast, but they won't interact with it. Right? When I say they don't interact with it, they may not like it, they might not comment on it, they may not share on it, but only 10% of those people will actually respond. And of that 10%, that's where you get to engage with them. But 90% of the other people will actually see your content. Do you see that that's true in your side of things as well?
Yeah, with not just my site, it's most sites, right? Most people don't engage, but that's okay. You just need a small percentage to engage, and that just creates a viral effect, and it causes more people to engage, share, etc.
Right. And then other times then, man, for yourself in your own business that you sat there and you're like, I don't know why I'm doing this, right? Is my content good enough? How do I know if I should continue going for it? Like, did you just start writing content and then it just blasted itself out of the gate and it was awesome? Or did you have to stick at it?
You write and I blast it, and then you learn from feedback.
Right, gotcha. And like, so what type of feedback would you get? Like, if this person who's listening to this show right now, they're doing the blogging, they're trying it out, they're writing posts, but they're not getting any feedback, what would you suggest to them? What's a piece of advice you'd share with them?
Yeah, you ask people why people aren't liking the post. What could you do better? You just survey them. You do simple questions like through Qualu or survey them, like how can I improve this? What else can I do to make this better? Like, what else would you like to see here? Just getting feedback, that'll help you improve it.
Right. Awesome, man. And I think it's important to highlight here that feedback is it's just feedback. It's not criticism, right? Because some people can get caught up, especially when you put yourself out there on a personal blog, writing your own stuff, and then you get nothing back. And I think that's really important to highlight here. Would you agree with that, man?
I would, yes.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And so talk us about what's happening now with the digital marketing space and where do you see it going next? I mean, like digital marketing just keeps evolving, like most of marketing.
Yeah, it's evolving heavily. It's becoming crowded. The biggest thing that I'm seeing with marketing, whether it's digital or not digital, like just any forms of online marketing, is if you don't personalize, things aren't converting as well as they used to. And I don't think we've seen personalization to where it's really gone, right? Because if you look at digital marketing, the old school like marketing would just be send out an email. The modern school like digital version would be, and everyone has different definitions of digital, but the modern version would be like more marketing automation, right? It's a bit more sophisticated. And if you look at a lot of these forms, even the marketing automation, it's not converting as well as it used to. So unless you personalize it, HubSpot's a good example of this. They used to do it where when you log into HubSpot, where you go to HubSpot site and you weren't logged in, it would say, "Welcome back, Neil." But it's very personalized. How can I only show? Sorry about that. How can I only show a bit jet lagged? But how can I only show you the stuff you would want and nothing else, right? Personalize the experience. Just like fridges these days are so advanced, they're soon enough going to be like, "Richard, you're out of milk. Here's the milk you normally order. Let me know if would you like me to restock it for you. It'll arrive in 2 days."
I love it, man. And it is a confusion point here. And this is where I sit here. Is like, we talk about leverage. We talk about like making sure that we use our time in the most, efficient manner. But at the same time, it's like, we hear the flip side, like we need to personalize. And so how do you personalize your marketing without being like balancing that time and investment cost?
Yeah. For me, I don't really balance. I just go and do it and see what happens and then fine tune and tweak from there.
Love it, man. Love it. It's
I really don't. I just like go all out and just see what happens.
Gotcha. And then it's like, so I hear that, it's all about personalization, and it could be very, very small touches. Like you said there with the HubSpot personalization, isn't it? It's not just that we have to write a specific email for just one person, right? And I think this is important here is that, it's all about getting like what we call like a target avatar, like that persona in there so that you actually feel like you're in their heads, isn't it, Neil? You get into their heads and then you speak their language. And as long as we can speak their language, then things will actually make it easier for them to connect with us. Is that fair?
That's fair, yes.
Okay, awesome, man. Awesome. And how do you what's your best tactic for getting into someone else's head if you're starting into a new niche, into a new industry or a new market that you've never done before?
Yeah, my big thing against someone's head is just try to figure out what they want. You target a niche and then you just try to educate them and provide value. Like you help them so much where there's like this company, this brand, this person is amazing. So much so when it's like, wow, this is better than the free paid stuff that I get.
Right. So it's like delivering on that value, on that content. And it's not, and this is what I'd love to ask you here, Neil, is like, so we talk a lot about deliver content. And I think a lot of people get confused here when we get told deliver content, it's like, oh, I must deliver a solution to you. I must deliver how you solve this problem. But do you think that if we actually flipped it on the other side, is that we actually delivered content educating people about the problem, about the issue, that it would actually end up being a better way to deliver real good content? And then we say, hey, we got the solution. Or what are your thoughts?
That's correct. No, I think you got it right.
Awesome. And so I'm sitting here, Neil, thinking, okay, I got to deliver content. I mean, How much should we talk about the problem? How much should we talk about the pain that the customer or the target?
Well, I don't talk much about the pain. I just go into solving it. So you may mention it a few times, but then you just go into the solution. People already know they have the problem. Mentioning it once or twice is enough. Talking about the solution and showing them how to do it is better than talking about the problem.
Right. Gotcha. Awesome. Cool, man. And so, Neil, man, as we start wrapping up the show here, we're going to go into what we've probably already been it feels like we've been going through the quick fire question rounds already, man. And so, as we start wrapping up the show here, Neil, there's one question I want to ask you here that, is our signature question on the show. It's called the time travel moment. Yeah. And so it's basically, if you could go back to any moment in your life, Neil, and talk to little Neil and give him one piece of advice, now, where would you go back to and what would you tell him?
When I started my career, and I would tell myself to focus. I've done too many businesses, too many things instead of focusing just on marketing.
Wow, that's powerful, man. Next question I have for you, Neil. I mean, aside from your own books, man, I'd love to know, what's the one book that if people who want to get more in touch with like digital marketing, and I know we talked about just go out and just do, but there was one.
None. The books are old.
Nothing at all. And
no matter what book you read, they're going to be outdated with digital marketing. Now, there's good books on things like copywriting and stuff like that, right? Ogilvy has some books on stuff like that, but when it comes to just marketing in general, especially on digital, it gets outdated really fast.
Right. Good point. I don't even know why I asked that question. I feel stupid asking that question. But
there's no stupid question.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And then, so let me ask you this final question here, Neil. I mean, like, if you had, 30 seconds left to live and you're surrounded by your family, your friends, all the people that you've made a huge impact on with their businesses and their lives, what's the last message you'd pass over to them, man?
Nothing. I would just let them talk and hear them out and just enjoy the moment.
Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Awesome, man. Awesome, Neil. So, man, Neil, I want to say I appreciate having you on this show. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show here. And, is there any other any other messages you want to pass out here before that we didn't get a chance to talk about on the show?
Nope, that's pretty much it. Keep cranking away and, keep at it, you guys, and test stuff out on your own sites, get it up, and then go from there.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, Neil, thank you for jumping on the show. If people want to connect with you and your work, where's the best place they should head to?
NeilPatel.com.
Awesome. And that wraps up this show, guys, with the superstar of online internet marketing, Neil Patel. And I know this, Neil doesn't want this to be a secret. I don't want this to be a secret. We need to get this out there to the world. So please head on over to iTunes to rate the show so that we can get his message and all the other guests' messages out there to the world. And of course, guys, we're going to go to richardfood.com to grab the show notes and resources that Neil has shared here on the show. And of course, go out there, go live with love, go smash it. And I'll see you again on the next one.